Hey, it's Felix here. Grab your coffee and let's talk about the mindset that I developed to make my first 10K per month, because that feeling right there, when you hit your first 10K of online money per month, that is life changing. That is like the most, I don't care whatever you make after that, it doesn't really matter. Like that dopamine hit of hitting 10K, incredible. So that's what I want to talk today about. And one of the reasons this I started thinking about this was that in the last couple of weeks I've had a couple of questions of people I know asking me, "Hey Felix, like how come you all of a sudden started making a lot of money?" And I've really been thinking about that question, like, yeah, how is that even possible that I went from being broke, not having anything, and really being stressing about money for basically all my life. That has been all my life. I've always wanted to be rich, to all of a sudden being able to make a lot of money and being able to make it online. And I'm nowhere near where I want to be. Let's just be clear with that. But compared to where I was and to most people, I'm in an incredible situation. So that's why I want to talk about this. And, for anyone watching, I think that in the next 3 to 6 months, I will do unbelievable things. All right, you will see. And I'm making this video right now, one as a prediction, right? I don't really care about getting views on this video or this popping out on the YouTube algorithm. I don't care. This is my start to creating content online. I've done it before. I have had a couple of channels, before. I've even monetized one of them. But this time I'm gonna do this for a long term. So that's why I don't really care about small fluctuations. Do I get views on this or not? I don't care, because like this video is for me. This is totally for me. But yeah, that's yeah. Just see, you'll see. All right. But yeah, as you see, no cuts, no nothing. So that's why it's fully raw. I might make mistakes, as I've done already. But yeah, I think that this will be unbelievably fun to look back to. So yeah, that's why I'm making it. But yeah, 3 to 6 months. Give me 3 to 6 months. You'll see what I'll come out with. But on the mindset part, the thing that I'm talking about right now is that you actually want to give value to people. And I don't know what to call this exactly. Is it like a value giving mindset or something? But for most of my life, let me tell you, I've been very sort of greedy. I'm not sure if greedy is the right word, but I've had a very scarce mindset. I always thought, it's a zero-sum game, and I've had a lot of limiting beliefs. Let's just say it that way. And instead of trying to think like, what are all the ways that we can create value and grow the pie, I've always been, trying to be efficient and trying to save money and, cutting down on costs and stuff like that. And what I've realized is that is completely the wrong angle you want to have. That is completely the wrong mindset if you actually want to get rich. And by having a giving value mindset, what I really talk about is that if you want to succeed, if you want to get a lot of value yourself, you have to create a lot of value for other people. And for me, how this has realized is really that whenever I have a discovery call with a potential client, or whenever I'm talking with someone about a business, I'm trying to sort of see if I could help them in any way, I'm always trying to think, how can I make them a lot of money? That's always my mindset. And the reason I'm very focused on how can I make them a lot of money is that that's essentially the value of a business, right? This is the reason why I work solely with B2B companies. And that is that I'm a simple man. Like I just want to make some money. And working with companies, I already know what they want. Every single company, there's one thing that they want. What is that one thing that every single company wants? They don't care about nothing else. It's the one thing. It's making more money, all right? It's making more money. So if you can help a business make more money, that is the easiest way for you to extract a little bit of value. And I like having a 10x mindset. So whenever you work with me, I will make sure that you 10x your return on investment. 10x, all right? So if you pay me 20 grand, you will get back 200,000. That's the sort of deals I like. It's very logical for you to work with me if you make 10x whenever you work with me. It's very logical that you want to start working with me and continue to work with me. And for me, it's an easy way to make money. What else can I say? Like, if you can help companies make more money, like, you will be set. You'll never have to think about, paying for rent or, whatever. Like, you will be financially free if you can help other companies make more money. And yesterday, for example, I closed one deal for, it was a 5K retainer. And for me, still at this point, 5K, it's a good amount. It's a good amount, 5K per month. And especially when you think about it for the long term, there's potential for upsells, there's potential for referrals, everything. So 5K from a good company, it's a good amount of money. All right, I'll take it. And the reason I got 5K is not because, I'm such a good sales guy and I was just so smart that I was able to pull off this trick and get them to pay me 5K out of nowhere. No, it's more that they know, or I mean they're not 100% sure, but they're like 99.9% sure that when they work with me, they will get a 10x return. Which means that if they pay me $5,000 per month, they will get 50 back. So who would not take that deal? All right, it's working with me is the closest thing to a money-making machine. All right, you pay me X, I'll pay you 10X. All right, it's a good deal. All right, this is the sort of mindset I'm trying to have. And anytime I get a client, the best feeling in the world is getting the client results. I don't know a feeling better than someone trusting you with their money, with their hard-earned money, giving it to you, and you then delivering great results. Nothing feels better than that. I think that is the top feeling in the world. I don't know a single other thing that would feel better than actually being able to provide results to someone who's trusted you with their money. It's just, I'm so blessed when I get to do that. So having this mindset, it might sound simple, but just thinking of how can I provide a lot of value to other people? Like, how can I really provide a lot of value? Not like, how can I make them a little bit of money and then extract a lot? No, really think like if you're helping a business, think that you are the business owner. Think that you own the whole business, and whatever money they will make over the next coming months, you'll be able to keep all that profit. If you think from that way and you think in innovative ways, you think, what are all the ways we can make money here? What are all the ways on top of maybe what I'm delivering that I can bring value to the table? What I mean by this is that, when I have a client, if I can help in any other way than what I'm delivering, I will do that. So for example, this client yesterday, what did we do? Like immediately after we closed the deal, I told them, hey, do you want us to take a look at your business right now? And I'm essentially building up a totally new like e-commerce brand for this business. So it has nothing to do with their main business, right? Like we're essentially starting a separate business for them, and they're paying me $5,000 and 2% rev share of everything that we do. So it's completely separate business. But immediately after we closed the deal, I told them, hey, like I have some extra time. We could take a look at your other business and see if there are any improvements we could do. I took my time. I came up with like 3 good points. And for me, working with AI, being very effective, I told him, hey, like in half an hour, I can get this done for you. It was a couple of things on his website. It was with the CTA, the chatbots, and then a couple of SEO and SEO and GEO changes I could do. I came home, I loaded up Claude, spun out a couple of agents, did it in half an hour, boom, done. He was really happy with it. But that's the sort of mindset you gotta have, right? And don't be too greedy. This is a big mistake a lot of people are doing. And I did this. I had this sort of mindset myself, this sort of scarcity mindset. I need to get paid for every single thing. You need to be okay. At least, like, this is me telling my younger self some advice. Like, you need to be okay with doing a little bit of free work, especially in the beginning. If you haven't made 10K yet, you don't deserve to like expect a lot of value from the market, right? The market will give you what you deserve, right? That's the market. That's the point of the market. You will get what you deserve. And by you trying to extract more value than you have given out to the world, it will not work in the long term, right? Like maybe once or twice you can do that, but over the long term, it will not work. So be okay doing some free work. Be okay absolutely over delivering, even if it's beyond your scope. Be okay with absolutely over delivering. If there is something that doesn't require a lot of time from you, but it would really bring a lot of value to the other person, why not do it? Why not? Right? If it's still your client, or might be a client in the future, why not do it for the relationship? It doesn't take a lot of your time, but it brings a lot of value. This is why, like, usually when I start working with a company, I usually do like AI go-to-market. I help them with sales and marketing to increase customers. I usually also do their website because it doesn't take too much time for me. With AI, I'm very effective with it, right? I'm so effective with it that I can do it maybe in an hour, maybe in 2. I can do an update to their website. Looks really sick. Sometimes it takes 20 minutes, right? It depends on, how much we need to do and how much content there is. But it's things like this, right? This is the sort of mindset you gotta have. Like, how can I give other companies or people or clients as much value as possible? How can I 10x their return when they trust me with their money? And are there other ways I can somehow improve the relationship and give them more value? Some other ways beyond the scope. That's it. If you do this and you do it consistently, you will hit 10K. There's no way you will not do it because the market will give you what you deserve. All right, take care. Have a blessed rest of your day. Bye-bye.